Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda and I love crafting and decor and makeovers. And today we've arrived at the last room in my Dollhouse series of videos, the living room. I'm so pleased with how the living room has turned out. As you know, if you've been watching the other videos, I've done my decor in the doll's house as I would in a real house, and I've been inspired by people on YouTube and Instagram who decorate their houses. So I've got a very interior design look, I feel, to the house. And some of the things in the house are things that we actually have in our own living room. So I'm really, really happy with how it has all come together. So just having a little peek through the windows. So that's the bedroom window looking in, and this is the other bedroom window. And today's room is off the front door. So here is the front door that I've put on. There wasn't a door on when I had the house, so now we have insulation and a door, and you can just see through there into the living room. And there is another window into the living room as well with a nice little blind on it. So let's get that door open, get in through the front door and have a look what the living room looks like. So let's get going, having a look inside the living room. So as you can see, as we zoom in here, I've got a hardwood floor. It's the same floor as I have in the attic rooms. I was actually going to parquet floor with lollipop sticks, but I decided against it, although it might be something I do in a future renovation perhaps. I've got my welcome mat there you just saw, because the front door is it comes from the front door straight into the living room. Got the stairs up into the bedroom. Got another one of those clicky lights that I've got in every room. This one's got a wooden lampshade with a little bit of detail on it, and then I've done a little wreath for the wall. Stay cozy. I've sort of started to decorate for winter because that's the kind of time that we're going into now. So I've got a nice cozy wreath up there, and then I've got a nice snow scene canvas. It's just a photograph that I've printed on paper, and then I've stuck it onto poster board so it looks like a canvas on the wall. And as always, I have the skirting board, which is painted lollipop sticks, and the little light switches on the wall that I have in all the rooms. So here we go. I've got a umbrella stand by the door because this is, as I say, the door into the house. So I thought I'd have a little hall area. That's just the lid off a makeup. And then these two umbrellas I made with paper clips bent over, and then tissue paper wrapped around into the shape of an umbrella, and then fastened with a pipe cleaner. So, and then I painted the handles black just to make them look a little bit more like umbrellas than paper clips. So that goes there by the front door. So as you come through that door, that's the little straight into the living room, but you have that little area there where you can put your things, take your shoes off and so on. So here is the fireplace. So I've made this with poster board, one long piece and then two short side pieces. I've made a little thing at the back here, a little fire, and I've covered it so the light doesn't show up at the top of the chimney. And then I've stuck what do we call it, labels on, and then I've gone over it with pencil to try and make it look like bricks. And then I've put a little shelf on the bottom, poster board also, and then a shelf on the top, which I think was cardboard, and I covered it with canvas. And then I've cut out a little hole for the fireplace, put a little surround around it, and I'm really pleased with how that's turned out. And then of course it creates that chimney breast with the alcoves. There's a little light which is super for the fire because it flickers, so that looks really cool, really easy to do as well, so I didn't have to worry about plugging anything in or hiding anything like I did in the bedroom. Just goes straight in there and voila, you have a fire. I went into the garden, got a stick, cut it up into little pieces, and then tied it together with some jute, and I've got my logs for the fire. And then a piece of cardboard, made it into a box, cut it to make a roof, put some ribbon on the top as a handle, and I've got myself a lantern. I cut the pieces out, and then that lid is just the lid off the super glue. I use lots of super glues on this project, so I've got loads of little super glue lids. You'll see them around in other places. Then I've got these candlesticks. I actually got some similar candlesticks in our house, so I've kind of modelled this on our mantelpiece as it looks at the moment. Just a bamboo stick painted black, piece of black card wrapped around, white blue tack stuck in with a tiny little bit of string, well not string, sort of thread stuck in for the wick. And then just cut two little cardboard circles at the bottom. I've done them different heights as well, because that's what our candlesticks are like. And then on picture wise, I've gone again for a winter picture, because I am starting, as I say, to think about winter, and also I will be decorating the house for Christmas. So I've got a bit of a head start on it by doing winter pictures. I've just put a frame on it, just with some of that wood effect paper that I have, that I've used in lots of other places, so it looks like a little frame. And I'll just lean it against the mantelpiece, because a lot of people do that. I've seen that on houses on Instagram and so on, so that's what I say, I'm going for that sort of look. And then I've made another couple of Nordic houses, very popular at the moment, just white card, made into a sort of a box, and then cut the roof. And I've done, again, two different sizes, and then just with a pencil drawing the little windows on. So again, I'm really happy with how sort of realistic the fireplace looks. Isn't that lovely? So here we have a cupboard for one of the alcoves. It's just cardboard stuck together, and then I just painted the sides and the top and the front grey, and then I've just used the same thread that I used on the lampshade, just to sort of keep a sort of a link together, and then put two little door handles on, just two little beads. So a little cupboard unit. I was going to leave it like that, but then I decided to make a hutch on top. I've just made a 2 shelving unit, and left it open again, painted it grey again. It's just cardboard glued together, and then I've just put a little wooden top round, and then again use that same thread to create a cohesive detail. And then I've made lots of fiddly things to go on top. This is like a canvas frame with a little picture on, and I can change that picture perhaps for Christmas or for other seasons of the year. So I've just used a little bird that I had. Then I've got this, it's just a piece of plastic in a circle, and then I've just cut a little flower off a fake plant I had and a little greenery, and made that into a little vase. Then I've got a bowl with sort of crystals in, which actually is a Cinzano lid, wrapped around with jute, and then the little beads are put inside. And then I've got a cloche, which is basically just a plastic lid stuck onto a counter with a little bit of greenery inside it. And then I've got a crown, which actually is just off the top of a perfume bottle that I've got. I thought that made a nice decor piece. And then I've made some books, just some poster board, and wrapped some white paper around them. And then I think I've put on them love, life, laughter. So they're just sort of decor books. So that's all the stuff on the shelf. And then I'm going to put that in the alcove. Actually, for Christmas, I might even take that top unit out and do a little vignette on top of the unit, but it sort of makes it versatile because it's in 2 pieces. You could even take the bottom one out and have that very low shelf. So there's a bit of versatility there with that unit. Then in the other alcove, I've got my TV unit. So I've just made a TV, just black card made into a very thin box, and then I put some black stick around the side to make it look like the outside of the TV. Put a little red standby light on, and made a stand. And here's again, this box ties in with the other unit, so it's got the same colour and the same thread on it. And then we've got little drawers and the little handles. And then I've also made a little DVD player or set-top box with buttons on, and again a standby and a little label. I think that looks quite realistic again. So that's going to go in the other alcove. As I say, I'm just so pleased with how sort of realistic it looks like a real house. But that's what I've modelled my doll's house on. So here's my standard lamp, which is just... I've got another one of those lights in that I've got in the fire. It's a bit awkward because it flickers, so I might try and find one that doesn't flicker. So that's in the top. Put a piece of cardboard, wrapped some material around it. I think that's a tent peg I've used as the thing, and then just stuck it on a little plastic circular base. Here's my little tub chair, which is a top, a lid off something, and then there's those super glue lids that I've been utilising around the house. They're the legs, and then I just got some, I think it was a pillow cover that I've used for this material, this like Hessian. So I just cut that back shape, covered it with the material and put it on, put some padding in on the seat, and then made a little cushion and put some jute on the cushion for a little bit of fine detail. And the cushion actually matches my settee, which you'll see in a minute. Here is a rug. I'm so impressed with this. I did see this on Pinterest, and it's basically just, again, a piece of that cushion cover that I've been using, the canvas, and then I just glued individual pieces of wool. So I used some white wool with some glitz in it and some grey wool, and I just kept gluing it just with PVA glue, laying it down, and then trimmed it to make a fringe. I'm super impressed with how that's come out. It looks really lovely. Here is my coffee table. So I've got all sorts of little bits on there, which I'll just show you them all individually. And also just notice on the bottom of the coffee table, there's one of my trusty gin stoppers. And I've used those around the house in loads of different places. So that's really been versatile piece of equipment. So just to show you some of the places that I've used it. So there's one of the lids as it is when it comes out of the bottle. And here in the bathroom, I stuck a bamboo skewer into it to create a sort of toilet roll holder. So I made my little toilet rolls using actual toilet roll and cut them up small, and then put them on there, and that's a nice rustic looking, and it fits in with the decor in there because there's all that sort of rattan and jute look. And then in the kitchen, I used it to make my coffee maker. So you can see there, it's the bottom of the coffee maker painted black, and then I actually put like a lid, plastic lid, and then another lid on top, and a little nail to make it look like the coffee maker. So it's amazing what you can do with a lid out of a gin bottle. So I've got 2 wine glasses on there, which again are those not Pritt Stick, the super glue lids cut small, and then a little bit of bamboo skewer, and then stuck onto a little upside down sequin. Then I've got some more of the the Decor books. So these, they say on them, believe and winter blessings. As I said, I'm sort of thinking winter as I'm decorating this. So obviously I might, change the books as the season goes, just like I do in the real house. I've made a 3-wick candle out of white white tack, and I've just done the same as with all my other candles. Put some black thread in to make the wicks, and then just wrap some cardboard around it. And then I've made a bit of sort of farmhouse bead kind of thing in a macrame kind of style. Again, using the trim that I've used on the light and the cupboards just to link it all together. And then I've got a very important item there, a bottle of Pinot Grigio, which is basically just a gel pen half a gel pen that I cut in half, so it's the top part of the pen, and then I've put a little bit of cardboard in the top for the cork. And then again another lid with some greenery stuck into it for a bit of a plant pot. So there you go, that's the coffee table, which actually has wine on it, because obviously you're going to sit in the living room, watch the telly, drink a bit of wine. Starting to sell the dream. And then we have the final item, the settee. So I wanted a corner settee, and it's basically cardboard glued together or sellotaped together, and I actually sort of layered it up like a sandwich because I had some polystyrene, so I kind of went cardboard, polystyrene, to make it, and then I've covered it with a tea towel that I had, a really nice, good material that feels like the kind of material you'd get on a settee, and it's all been glued with PVA glue. Cushions, again, just the tea towel, and I've glued the edges and then just stuffed it with the stuffing that I've had out of a cushion, which I've used all around the house. And again, I just glued them together and then held them together a bit with bulldog clips until they stuck. And then I've made cushions for the back of the settee, same method. So just glued the sides together, stuffed it, and then glued the final side. It's so easy to make cushions. There's no sewing required. It's just glue. And as I say, I didn't even use super glue this time. I just used PVA glue, and it worked just the same. So I'm going to put that in, and then I think the living room is ready to be used. Just a shame I'm not small enough to fit in there and enjoy it. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look around my living room today. As I say, it is looking really cosy and wintry, isn't it? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate the whole house for Christmas. So next week's video will be the last Dollhouse video, and I'm going to do every room up ready for Christmas. I'm really excited to get going. As I say, I've made a little start in there with the winter stuff, but I am going to put a tree in there, and I'm going to Christmas the place up. So hopefully you tune in next week to see that. And thanks for watching today, and I'll leave you with a few pictures. You can see here, so I've taken them in the dark so you can see the little lights that I've got in there, and I've just done a few samples round. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.